Me smiling while I plot your future emotional distress. We are going to be plotting my book today. Now I know what you might be thinking. Nyah, I thought you said that your book was 40% done. It is. It is. So I kind of know how this is going to go already. But I really don't know how it's going to go. And the gag is, I might plot this entire thing in front of you and write it completely different. That's just who I am. I'm a chaos agent at heart. I don't know. Just hope that. So, I have Post-it notes. I have these little Sharpies that hopefully people will be able to see when I write. And we have a nice, zoom out for you guys, we have a nice wall here. She's pretty large, she's pretty...
I wanna talk on a flop, flop. She wanna talk on a pop, pop.
We have 3 different flavors over here. So we'll see how this goes. So I just realized that I'm actually gonna sit, maybe. I might sit, I might stand, I don't really know. It's gonna be a very, please ignore the pizza. This might, I'm gonna stand. I'm standing. I'm gonna do green. Am I recording even? Even I'm not recording. Like I said, I am very new to this. Anyways, I think I'm gonna stand, I might sit, who knows. So I think I'm gonna do green, and I'm gonna attach this to my shirt because we're about to get active for real. And hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, so we have the start. And yes, I am left-handed. Start, can I see that? End. As I said in my intro video, I am 40% done. But I know where I want to start and I know how I want to end. Up to like what she's going to say at the end, who's going to be around her at the end, what's happening at the end. It's the middle part that's like, right. And so then we're going to go climax. The climax is going to be towards the end, right? But that doesn't mean this is going to be boring. I don't want to be in the middle. When it comes to pacing, right, I don't like when there's too much exposition in the beginning of a book and too much world building and not enough moving along with the plot, right? Too much explaining, right? But I also don't like when the climax happens smack dab in the middle and you have all this space and it just kind of feels things are unraveling, just kind of like moseying about. I like my books to like from here, you just knock it out. That's like just how I like to read. One of the ways I make the start of my projects interesting is to put the inciting incident, the supposed inciting incident in the beginning of the story. So you open the page, hell breaks loose. So we're gonna put inciting incident, which is the thing that invokes the story for those who don't know. And I'm just gonna put boom. I'm gonna be very vague because I want to have beta readers, and I also want like you guys to be surprised, right? So we have boom. Bomb them, keep bombing them. Right. And then from there, we meet characters. Because this is more of a found family type of vibe, I like introducing found family here. It also just makes the plot more interesting. Instead of like here, oh, here, oh, here. It's like a here. So then we meet Dimples. One of the main male characters, we'll call him Dimples. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing this for characters. We're gonna do orange for characters. So we have Dimples around here. But then we also get introduced to, let's just say, what's the name we should give him? Because he's like, we're gonna call him Bear. Or Grizz. We're gonna call him Grizz. Right. We're gonna call him Grizz. And we also get introduced to her best friend at the inciting incident. And we're gonna call her... we're gonna do Izu. That's her best friend, Izuzu. Boom. So here, you're introduced to the princess, main character, who's Zora. And then you're introduced to Izuzu. And then you're introduced to Grizz. And then you're introduced to the... all together. Towards, after the inciting incident, you're introduced to Dimples, who is... Ooh, let me not mark this wall, child, because I ain't got money. Who is one of Zora's many love interests. After Dimples, you have the uncovering of the truth, which is a plot point. We're gonna go library. After that, the pink is gonna be like a disruption in the flow of Zora's, because this is in the point of view of Princess Zora, of her mindset, either her mindset, her journey, or her way of living. So the pink is, pretend like it's a red flag in the play, right? And so after the library, there is commotion, and then we're introduced to magic, which is another... The magic in this system is based off of people's personality, also energy, also spirituality. So there's a bunch of different contenders, and it's a very complex but simple system. So after that, she's introduced in the library. She finds things out in the library that's like, whoa. And then from the library, she has a dream. So this is a turning point here. This plus this plus this equals a turning point. After the turning point, then there's confrontation with Dimples and Izuzu. And from this confrontation, my girl, she's spiraling. She then she finds out somebody who's supposed to be dead is not dead. We're gonna just put her as she's like, think of the, oh, you can't even see her. She haunts the narrative. Yeah. I won't reveal that. I'm telling you, like, I have it thought through, but I don't have it planned out. I'm like a type A type of person. So it's hard being type A and a creative, because it's like, I want to be meticulous, but like my creative side is just like, like, she does whatever she wants to do, and that's why I like to write, because I'm just going where my pen wants. I reached a flow state. For real. After confronting she has to flee. Oh my gosh, I forgot that before she meets. See, this is why I'm planning it out. Before she meets Dimples, there is a gathering in which, y'all don't need to know that. This is hard. Cause I low-key just want to tell you guys everything, but I can't speak yet. I've got to hold it in. Literally. So after the she confronts and then she meets back up with and then we have just we have a simple scene in which she goes to which is setting number 2. It's her first time outside of the castle. This is her first introduction to people that are not her father, her guards, or nobles. So Shorty's in the hood, basically. This is her first time out. Like, she's a little scared. She meets, I'm just gonna say his name. His name is Peter, with an I, because I'm pretentious, who is friends with Dimples. Peter has his own lore to him, which I personally love, and I low-key want to make a like a short story about Peter's like life and in his family history, because he himself should be a pink, because he disrupts this belief system of everything that is set up tenfold. But that's a question for another time. You know what I mean? So she meets Peter, lovely guy, and then the shows. King confronts. Obviously, they run, and they're running, They get to and that also disrupts Zora's view, because there's some romance stuff that happens between her and her love interest, and it disrupts the way that she sees herself. The beginning is very psychological, but also the things are happening to her. When you're plotting your stories, you're not like, oh, and then she just went here, and then she just went there, and then she went over here. Everything has a purpose. She's not just moving. Things are actively happening to her. She's reacting to her own consequences. She's reacting to consequences of other people that came before her. She's reacting to like this. At this point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people in her now in this group, and they all have 5 different personalities, 5 different backgrounds. It's a dynamic bunch. So happens, and her love interest, you know, yeah, and she finds more out lore about Grizzbear, and after here comes the ghost of disrupts another system, because in order to reach the end, her goal, which is to save her kingdom and also like surrounding kingdoms from famine, because there is a continent-wide famine that has plagued the land. I should have wrote that. Yeah, famine. So that's what's looming. These are the things that are looming over her. Famine. She also has a complex, because the way that the magic system is set up, you can't be unstable. The magic system is set up in the sense that you being unstable will get you killed if you try to use the magic. So she has a complex. Wait, that just revealed. She finds out that she can wield magic, but she's not sure how or why, and the magic is very dangerous. She has to be taught how to use it properly, or she will blow herself up and die. So that's also looming over her. So her goal is to end the famine. She can't end the famine without the things that she learns here. And so the journey, I need to put this here. Before she meets Dimples, there's a meeting. There's a war happening. So we have the inciting incident. I'm sorry, this is chaotic. The inciting incident. She goes to a war meeting. From the war meeting, she finds out that there's bad things happening, right? From the bad things happening, she then meets him. There's a library scene, confrontation, running, blah, blah, blah. After that, it's a scene in which they go to their second place. Oh my god. No. I need more room. After... Hold on. God. Like, okay. After happens, and she gets the first piece of the puzzle. First piece, the puzzle, is an item that she needs. This is part 1. All this happens in part 1. And the gag is, I don't know how I want to split this up. I want to do part 1, part 2, because I don't like when it has like part 3, part 4, part 3. I don't like it's too much. But I just feel like it's gonna be a lot to digest, and I'm in my acting brain. It's like, oh, act 1, act 2, possibly an act 3. But I just feel like act 2s are always so. My God, please. You know what I mean? Whenever I watch a play and it's not really intentional, and even when I read books, act 2 always kind of falls short because it's the last thing and they just want to hurry up and get to the end. And I don't want to do that, especially because I want my climax to be probably like 75% in. But that doesn't mean that the beginning is going to be boring. I want there to be kind of 2 climaxes. So she retrieves the item that she needs, and then they reach their second location. Also, you're introduced to the 6th member of the family, the found family. We're gonna call her Sass. I'm gonna call her Sassy. Now we have 6 characters that's chasing them. We have a magic system that's chaotic, a haunting narrative, and the stakes for Zora are not only is that she's trying to save her kingdom from famine and war, which is the war started because of the famine, child, and the stakes that she might blow up because she doesn't know how to control her magic, because the things are happening and things are not what they seem. There's nobody left to teach her this magic, so she's spiraling. She's a little unstable. Okay. Now we're in a second low. Second low is where I kind of want them to stay from here to here. Because from here they've been 3 different places. From here to here, 3 different places. And then there's a reveal, or a big reveal. Oh my God. Reveal. This changes a lot. A lot. So after this reveal, the training begins. We love a good training session. We love a training session. Training. There's a little ball festival scene. Ugh, it's so cute. And there's romance, of course. Angst. Between both of them. They're here for a good couple of pages. They're here. And then something happens here that maybe climax is here. And I just stretch it out until it ends. And then I stretch it out until it ends, which is what I exactly said I didn't like. But like, there's an attack. And then there's a betrayal. Just rest her again. And then there's a death. And I mean back to back to back. I mean back to back to back. There's no breather between this. Like, Shorty is going through hell. And then from here, existential crisis. Death. So she's just kind of unraveling here. And after she unravels, I'm actually gonna move the end like here, because it's more of a cutoff than like an ending. You know what I mean? Okay. I low-key want to put a thing in which there's another romance scene, but it's like here. Damn. But I low-key want to put like, I don't know. Me smiling while I plot your future emotional distress. I feel like 50 Cent. Me and 50 Cent.
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's gonna say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long.
Bro, I think I'm going to put. We're gonna put. I don't want to say that, so I'm just gonna put something on the wall, and hopefully you guys can't read it from this far. But this changes a lot in her belief system, and also who's around, obviously, because people are dying. So she reaches here. There's a reveal. Oh. There has to be something before the reveal. And then the ending is just one big reveal. At the end. See how, you know what I mean? Like, this part is kind of like, she becomes, right. But because at this point, while she was training, she becomes like,
must be swift as the coursing river.
Training montage, right? Blah, 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 blah. Change in a personality. She enters. Right. There's gonna be a romance scene while she's unhinged. And then after the romance scene is they go to their third location. They go to their third location and reveal confrontation. The confrontation doesn't really change her. It's just part of the plot. confrontation, reveal. During the confrontation is a reveal. Oh my gosh. There needs to be something here because I don't think I want to do a fake out and where I feel like, oh, I'm gonna end the story, but then it's like, oh, just kidding. I don't really want to do that. I low-key want to like keep you on your toes the entire time. This is a long time to be stressed out. I think blood marked Tracy Dion level of stress. But I feel like Tracy Dion's level of stress was mostly because, well, no, I was gonna say Shorty like kept making decisions that were like, girl, why? But also things kept happening to her. I was gonna say there's a lot of stuff happening. And after the climax where, you know, this happens and she actually chooses to do this, she goes on with the rest of her journey as if she's going to continue to be like this. And obviously there are other people in the found family that, you know, are involved. But like, yeah. She then, oh God, confront betrayal again. Betrayal's like after the review. I will say, retrieves another item that she needs. That's gonna be right before the confrontation. So it's like arrival, reveal, item, confront, reveal, betrayal, one last reveal, and then the end. And the ending when she ends up in her fourth location. That's when the reveal happens. Boom. And that's the end of the book. Of the first book. Because I'm already knowing it's going to be the series. So this is my book. I think, honestly, because I hadn't even began to think about this section of the book yet. So this was a good video to make. Because I haven't been thinking about, please ignore the pizza, child. Please. I wasn't thinking about where she was going to end up as far as here. Because I was too busy plotting this. And so I think this is I wouldn't say it's action-packed. I think it's more like an unveiling of stuff. Like, it's more like a mystery, and because of the added layer of lore and like complexity with characters and history and that type of stuff, it makes it more of an epic romanticy instead of just a romanticy. And the stakes being this high, like with the magic and the famine / war, which I'm gonna, because that's a pretty big stake. War. Because the overhead stuff, it's very complex and it's very delicate, and it's definitely not one of those where you look away. I personally, if you've ever read my work, like any plays or short stories or like anything, I like to hold people's attention for long periods of time. And so I like writing books and I like reading stuff that like you can't look away. You can't look away or you're gonna miss it. The small details matter. Where they put their hand, where that person was standing, what color she was wearing, all of it matters into like, that's where the type A comes out. Like, all of this was just creativity off the dome, right? but the small details, the interlinking of people's worlds and the magic and all, like, everything, that's type A down to a science. And it's like one of those, like, you gotta watch the entire time or you will miss it. And I love those. I love those. Those are my favorites. Because it's just like, why are you on your phone when you could be watching what's going on? You know what I mean? And I feel like my biggest problem will be overstimulation in the sense that this here, this is gonna break your heart and you're gonna need a pause. And this is going to be exciting, but it's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's like the after the climax, it's an exciting time, depending on where you're standing with the characters individually. But it's an exciting time as far as for Zora and where she started from. Yeah. This is my book. This is crazy. Like, and I'm inspired to go write it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I started the channel, obviously, to take you guys with me, but also just like to really lock in on all the stuff all the things that come into finishing my manuscript, because without you guys, I fear I would continue to lollygag. And who wants to lollygag when I have such a great plot line? This is how I feel. Yeah. So that concludes my video. I think this is pretty good. I think this will keep you guys interested the entire time. So I'll be looking for beta readers after I finish my first draft and I like do some light editing, make sure there's no like plot holes. And like I said in my other video, if you've been following along, I am a grad student in publishing, so I am a spy on the inside. So I'm learning how to like line edit and copy edit, like line edit, copy editing, developmental editing, like all of those. I'm learning how to do that actively as we speak. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that before I do like beta readers, and then as I'm doing beta readers, I'm gonna start learning how to query how I want to market the book. And also if there's any marketing baddies, fan art baddies, follow me on TikTok, because I'll be posting like mood boards and snippets of the little of quotes from the book. And so if you want to make fan art from it, you want to be commissioned, let me know, because I love being delusional. And you're not going to stop me because you're illusional. You know? And so let me know and I will commission you. No cap. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys stay curious, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next page. Bye!